big freeze. The tram glided through the mid-morning traffic. Sarah and Jamie gazed out at grand buildings lining picturesque streets.
We have to get off soon. Aunt Inga's flat's not far.
Nearly time for lunch. Just hope it isn't sauerkraut again.
Ever since we arrived in Vienna, one of the oldest cities in Europe, just reeking with history and art and stuff, all you've done is moan about the food.
The only thing I've noticed reeking is Aunt Inga's sauerkraut.
Hear that?
What?
Sort of a squeaking sound.
Probably something wrong with the tram. An electrical fault. Or maybe a mouse?
Hey, it's that bloke behind us. With the little round glasses.
Him? The one staring out of the window?
No, that's not it.
You're right, mate.
Sorry?
Are you feeling okay? You were making odd noises.
Oh dear, was I? Oh, I get carried away sometimes. I'm a composer, you see. Name's Charles Potter.
I'm Sarah. This is Jamie. We're visiting our Aunt Inga. She lives near here. In fact, this is our stop.
That's a coincidence. It's mine as well. I live at 219B Ringstrasse. I moved in the other day.
Another coincidence. Our aunt lives at 217A. We're next door neighbours.
Better get off here then.
Charlie, people are looking.
Oh, sorry. The fact is, I'm blocked. I'm working on my first symphony. Everything was going brilliantly. I was inspired. That's the only word for it. But for the last month, I've been stuck on my last movement.
Nasty.
That's why I moved into this flat. It used to belong to the famous composer, B.H. Mars. I thought some of the old guy's inspiration might rub off on me, but so far...
Oh dear. I wish there was something we could do.
Perhaps there is. I need a second opinion. Maybe you could come over and I could play you a bit of my symphony.
Aunt Inga's expecting us for lunch, but we could come afterwards.
Great! This is my door. See you later. I'm on the top floor.
Just hope Charlie's symphony sounds better than his humming.
To admit, that was a good meal Aunt Inga made us.
Not bad, especially the apple cake.
Here's Charles's flat.
Thanks for coming. Did you find it all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, good. Do follow me. That's right. Through here. Here we are. Apologies for the mess. I haven't sorted my stuff out yet. Sit yourselves down on the sofa.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll just make us some tea and why don't you listen to this old record?
Oh, very nice. Just the thing for letting my lunch go down.
Yeah, very soothing.
Here we are. Here's the tea. Grab a cup and I'll play you some of my final movement. There we are. Now, where's my keyboard? Here we are.
Hey, we've got a little piano just like that.
Oh. Listen to this. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. 6. I get you. Well, that's as far as I've got. What do you think?
That's very catchy.
Do you think so?
Definitely.
Yes, very original.
Oh.
By the way, what's all that stuff through there?
Oh, it was here when I arrived. Must have belonged to B.H. Mars. Have a look through it while I make another cuppa. Oh, playing my symphony's thirsty work.
So's listening to it.
Let's have a look at that stuff in the other room.
Bit stuffy in here. I'll just open the window. Found anything yet?
Just this so far. 5 long strings fixed to 2 posts.
What is it? A washing line?
I think it's for hanging these on. Giant musical notes.
The whole thing's a gigantic musical stave. Maybe old BH used it to work out musical problems.
We ought to show it to Charlie then. Maybe we'd help him finish his symphony.
What's this? A huge silver note. A crotchet or something.
Don't ask me. Tell you what though, stood up like that it looks a bit like a scooter. Let's have a go.
Hey, don't sit on it. You'll bend it.
Funny. I thought I felt it quiver. You try.
Oh, all right. Quite comfortable, but no quiver.
Sure? I could have sworn. Hold on, you must have felt that. Hey!
We're going up! Into the air! Quick, jump off!
You're joking, we're going too far!
We're heading for the open window!
A split second later, the silver note carried them over the city and skywards towards a bank of thick cloud.
Where are we going?
Can't see a thing!
The cloud's thinning! There's a crowd down there and it's snowing!
I think we might be going to land! There's a white tower up ahead!
Whee!
You okay? My knees have gone all wobbly.
I'm pretty shaky myself.
Right, there's the white tower. Let's see if anyone's in. Well, we've walked right round this tower. No sign of a door anywhere.
Great. Stranded in a blizzard in the middle of nowhere.
Welcome to the Ivory Tower. You are expected. Oh, at least we were expecting someone. Someone older. B.H. Mars, the composer.
We've come instead, and a pretty scary ride it was too. We're Sarah and Jamie.
I am Orfeo. You'd better come in.
We wanted to before, but we couldn't find the door.
There are no doors to the Ivory Tower, but anyone can enter. Please follow.
He's vanished through the wall.
What a neat trick. I'm going to try that myself.
It works. I'm coming too. It's gone all white. Where are we?
It's quite a place. With a 4-poster bed.
Like a palace bedroom.
And there's someone in the bed.
Hey, Orfeo, who's that?
Imogena, our queen.
She looks freezing.
She is indeed freezing. Freezing to death. A few days ago she was out riding and fell from her horse. She hit her head. A trifling blow, but it affected her memory. The only thing she has said since falling ill is, "The secret. I've forgotten the secret." Now the cold is getting into her bones. I believe she is dying. So we sent for help to our old friend B.H. Mars, who knows many of our secrets. But it seems you have come instead.
Well, we didn't plan it. We just happened to be in BH's old flat.
It belongs to another composer now, if that's the right word. He's called Charlie Potter.
What could be making the Queen so cold? It's quite warm in here, and she's covered in blankets.
Yes, you could fry an egg on her.
It's no mystery who has caused the Queen's illness. Sorcerer Killjoy. It is he that makes the snow fall and puts the chill in Queen Imogena's bones. Now I must leave you to visit the Alf, our sacred river.
Why?
To see if it's frozen, of course. You may accompany me if you wish.
Sure, why not?
Hey, he's got a silver note too.
Just like the one we arrived on.
Ready?
Yep.
Follow me!
A moment later, they were in the air, following Orfeo towards a line of mountains, at the bottom of which wound a gleaming river. Ripples of blue, red and yellow crisscrossed its surface.
Here we are, the River Alf.
A rainbow river.
That's right. It shines with all the colours of the rainbow. Beautiful, isn't it?
What are those things swimming in it? Fish?
They're not fish. They're musical notes. Look.
Come on, Orfeo. What's the story?
The River Alf is where the inspiration for all the world's music comes from. Every once in a while, the notes are strained from the river like fish in a net. Then they are dissolved on the 4 winds, which carry them to the ears of human beings with the gift of music. Why do you think so many composers like taking long walks?
Haven't the foggiest. Why do they?
Because that is when the wind of inspiration blows in their ears. Of course, the composers themselves don't realise this. Otherwise, your streets and countryside would be overflowing with composers walking around, which wouldn't do at all.
They spend no time actually writing music.
Exactly.
Looks like we're in for more snow. See that cloud?
That's no ordinary cloud. Killjoy is coming.
A black-robed figure appeared on the opposite bank. A tall man with a thin-lipped face and staring eyes.
Greetings, Orfeo. Out for a little walk?
I am trying to stop the River Alf from freezing, Sorcerer Killjoy.
Still fussing over your precious river of notes, are you? Music. Pah. It has done nothing but lead mankind astray. Humans must learn that life is a battle for survival. Music saps the will with dreams of love and laughter. Having fun and thinking about beauty have turned mankind soft. This will teach you.
Everything's gone white again, all cold and misty.
Killjoy's vanished.
And look what he's done! The river! It's...
Frozen. Frozen solid. I must return to the Queen. She must be made well. Only she has the power to recall the secret and defeat Killjoy's cunning.
Hang on, where does this Killjoy live? Maybe we can find out something. Something to do with a secret.
He lives in the caves of ice, deep in the mountains. The silver note will guide you. Now I must leave. Be careful!
To the ice caves!
The silver note sped towards the mountains and carried them down into a deep crevasse. At the far end, framed by drifts of snow, gaped a dark cave. The silver note skidded to a halt.
This must be the ice cave.
Cheerful-looking place.
Look, icicles hanging from the ceiling.
Like dinosaur teeth.
You know what they remind me of? Organ pipes. You know, like in a church.
Let's see if they make a noise.
You'll pay for this intrusion.
Killjoy!
I loathe children with their games, their rhymes, and especially their stupid songs.
The freezing fog! It's coming towards us! Run!
I can't! My feet feel like lead. I'm caught in... the ice.
Now it's your turn, girl.
We'll soon see about that, Killjoy. I'll get you out, Jamie. I'll smash the ice with this rock. Whoops!
You stupid girl. Falling about, making all this noise.
Funny, the ice is melting. Better be careful, it's getting really slippery.
You fool! You spoiled everything!
The whole place is melting to bits. Now to get you out of that ice lolly, Jamie.
What happened?
Never mind that now, we've got to get out.
Water everywhere. Where's Killjoy?
Dunno, maybe he's gone to get a mop and a bucket.
Let's get out of here. Had enough of this place.
They flew silently back to the ivory tower, both wondering what to make of what they had seen.
Welcome back! Great news! The Queen is recovering. She's up already.
Ah, so these are our human helpers. As you can see, I'm feeling better. Orfeo, this hot chocolate is excellent.
Have you remembered the secret yet, Your Majesty?
Alas, not yet.
Your Highness, I hear dark clouds sweeping in from the mountains. Sorcerer Killjoy approaches.
If I had the secret, I could soon bring him down to earth.
This secret, could it have something to do with sound? Loud noises? When I fell over in Killjoy's cave, I crashed into some icicles. Immediately the ice began to thaw.
Noise? Yes, that's part of it, but not the whole.
What about music? That's a sort of noise.
Yes, that's almost it, I'm sure.
Wait! When I fell against the icicles, they rang like bells.
Of course. Watch this. I take my mug and flick it with my finger, like so. Behold, the secret. There is music in everything.
Your Highness, the clouds are gathering about the tower. Killjoy plans to freeze us in forever.
Have no fear. Let us step outside and bring the gramophone, Orfeo. We will have some music. Come!
It's getting warmer already. The snow's turning to rain.
Cover the machine, Orfeo. We don't want it getting rusty.
Yes, Your Majesty.
The clouds! They're forming into a face.
Killjoy.
You have beaten me this time, Queen Imagina. But one day I will strike again.
The sun's coming out.
There's a rainbow.
This rain will unfreeze the River Alf, and everything will be as it was. Sarah and Jamie, you must have a reward.
There is something you could do for us, if you don't mind.
Name it.
The composer we know.
Oh, yes. Orfeo mentioned him. Charles Potty.
Potter, actually. He's stuck on his symphony. We were wondering if you could let us have a few notes of inspiration to take back.
You shall have all the notes you can carry. Mr. Porter... Mr. Potter shall become world famous.
Wow!
Sometime later, Sarah and Jamie said goodbye to the Queen and Orfeo, and they flew off on the silver note. Jamie clutched a stack of notes from the River Alf.
It was nice of Queen Imagina to give us all these notes for Charlie.
Getting caught in that ice cube has given me a cold. I think I'm going to sneeze.
Hold your nose. I don't want you sneezing all over me.
No need to be so unsimple. Achoo!
Look what you've done. You've dropped all the notes.
Not quite. I've managed to catch one. Poor old Charlie. There goes his chances of world fame.
I guess it just wasn't meant to be. At least we've got one note for a souvenir.
Oh, there you are. Thought you'd run out on me. You know, you must have given me inspiration. I know how to finish my last movement. It just came to me while I was making the tea.
Amazing.
It's so simple. Listen. There. It's finished. Mysterious thing, inspiration. You never know when it'll strike. It can be sparked off by anything, even asking you two over.
Oh no, it wasn't anything to do with us. After all, what do we know about inspiration?
You know, I feel strangely inspired to play you the whole thing. You've both been such an encouragement.
Oh, good. Let's hope Charlie doesn't get inspired too often.
Right. Here we go then.
The music in The Big Freeze is taken from the first movement of Brahms' Violin Concerto in D major. The brass and strings begin the movement with a slow, dreamy introduction. After waiting impatiently, the solo violin makes its dramatic, scurrying entry. The violin plays the first main dreamy tune, soaring high above the orchestra. lullaby-like tune is played first by the violin, then copied by the orchestra. The orchestra makes one of its dramatic entrances, closely followed by the violin. Now the orchestra sounds triumphant, with loud chords from the strings and brass. The dreamy tune returns, played first by the violin, then the orchestra. Suddenly the violin comes in with the same impatient scurrying tune as at the beginning. Playing all alone, the solo violinist begins the cadenza. At the end of the cadenza, the dreamy tune returns, played higher and more quietly than ever by the violin, accompanied by the strings. The orchestra builds to a climax as the movement comes to an end. These are just some of the highlights from Brahms' Violin Concerto. You're bound to discover more every time you listen.